Hey everybody, it's your boy Max Please 104 here, and in today's video we're going to be building Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania using stud.io. This is part of a premiere that happened today on Thursday, December 1st, where I uploaded a bunch of different videos at once, so go check them out later after you watch this one. And with that out of the way, let's jump right into this. Which, like I said, we're building Pittsburgh today because I was like really bored and I felt like building it, so and here we are. We're on the sort of west side of the city across a river that we're gonna build in a moment. This little, like a little hill kind of that goes up. It's not too big, and then we have this we have a road that angles upward that goes to this. It goes on to the top of the hill, and on top of the hill there's like a radio tower kind of thing, and like some little buildings, and I'm gonna build those in a moment as we build our mountain or little hill. Well, it's not a mountain, it's more of a hill, a little hill, and that's across the river from Pittsburgh. Not like I said, I didn't say this, but if you want your city or any other city to be built, leave a comment suggesting what I should build, and I'll probably see it and build it. So yeah. Anyways, in this video, we're gonna build 1, 2, 3, and 4 main structures. 3 skyscrapers, actually 5 technically if you count this hill, and then a bridge, Fort Pitt Bridge. Anyways, right here we have this little house. I don't know if it's a house actually. It's more like just might be an apartment building. I'm not entirely sure. It's just a building. And right next to it is that radio tower. And right here, we're going to build Fort Pitt Bridge, which is this yellow bridge with this rounded top part. And that goes over, I'm pretty sure it's the Ohio River. And we're going to be building the river as well with the bridge. This bridge is pretty cool actually, because I like the way it stands out in its yellow color, unlike most bridges, which are like maybe like a boring regular other color. But this one's cool. Actually, most of the bridges in Pittsburgh stand out kind of like this, and that's pretty cool. So yeah, here we are building the connector parts that connect it to the land, and it's like I think it's a highway right next to it. This might not be a highway, I'm not sure. But this connects this area over here to the city of Pittsburgh, and we just finished it. So now we're gonna start working on the city itself. And there's like a little fountain area because like Pittsburgh is kind of split towards the middle between 2 rivers. And there's like a little fountain section, but we're not gonna include that. Instead, we're gonna get straight to our first building, which is 1 PPG Place, which is this tall, pretty square building, which kind of has like a castle look at the top. And on Google Earth, when I go to it, it's same effect from if you have seen it, my Minneapolis video, where the building on Google Earth is like all black and stuff. You can't see it, but in all the other pictures, it's actually like a light blue. But Google Earth can't render that, so it just does black. But this time I did my research and figured out there's actually the common light blue and different shades of blue reflective windows that you see commonly in other buildings a lot. And this one is very interesting. How tall is it? It is 635 feet. Yes, 635 feet tall. It's 194 meters tall. It's sort of to the more, I think that's northern side of the city. I might be wrong, trying to figure out the angle. No, it's probably the tallest building on the more western part of the downtown area, which is pretty big. This is actually a smaller building, similar to it. It's a little bit wider and smaller. Actually, there's a couple of them down below at the bottom of the building I never noticed before. Similar to it, but just smaller and shorter. And it's got like a almost a little shopping center looking area. The big pillar in the middle is pretty cool. But here for my Lego version, I just went with a simple bricks with studs that go all around the sides, and then I just put those going up it. And then for the corner parts, they're more rounded, but they still go straight up. So I put these, not the regular round pieces that you see more often in Lego, but the thinner ones that are a lot longer. You can put them there. And then I use the 1x2 jumpers on the sides, and then in a different blue shade. And then at the top, for the little pyramid parts, I added a nice dark blue just to add some difference. And this building right here is the one Oxford Center, which is like, it's kind of, it's more hexagonal than circular, but they're not really hexagons in Lego. So circles was the best I could do. Similar to the other building, it's like same window thing, but it's got like black in between it and stuff. Actually, yeah, the black is the windows, and then there's like a white ring on it, and then each of the, actually it's more like a off-centered octagon, each pillar, because they're more square, but then the corners are diagonal. So there's this building is really interesting actually, just because of the way it's built. It's kind of built in a giant square, but then again there's like a bunch of different shapes built into it, which is with the octagons here and that go up the middle part. And they're different heights, each pillar, even though they're all connected. There's one really short in the middle, and then there's the two ones at the same height, and then there's the really high one at the middle. This building is more towards the, I think that's south center part of the downtown area. It's a nice building. I like the colors of it. The light blue in between the windows for the like wall color. And finally, onto our last building, which is the tallest one in the city, which is the U.S. Steel Tower, which is this sort of triangular building, but it's got like, it's kind of weird at the top, or not on the top, but there's like, it's actually a Lego piece that I thought did exist, which was this one, but I realized that when you try to connect these sides together, they don't angle correctly, and they don't connect very well. So instead I went with a different design. Actually, I tried it a couple of different times to see what I could do the best. Ultimately, ended up using one specific strategy. I used this weird triangular base piece, and I put these other stuff on the top of it to make it go up, because most of the building is like just black windows and stuff. After that, I switched it to these plates, these angled plates. I just kept stacking them in a triangular pattern, and then there's like a different part on one of the sides of it that sticks out more and then goes up more. I tried different sizes and shapes as well, just to try to get a overall more realistic shape towards the actual building. But I kept the other one there just in case that one worked best. And then I kept looking for more shapes we could potentially use for it. And then I ended up stumbling upon this more widened triangular shape on it. And I tried doing the flat part on the back that was on the building, but I couldn't really find any pieces that would angle correctly from the way the triangles work, so that they couldn't go flat on the side. So again, frustration, trying to figure out the best strategy to making this, and then I ended up building something. Who knows? I built this interesting design using these pieces, I think, if I didn't change it again, which I probably did. This process took a long time. Sometimes when I'm building architecture sets, there's always one building that's built a certain way that I can never figure out, and it's so confusing, and eventually I find the right pattern, and then it eventually works. Here I am still trying to find the right triangular sized pieces. I'm getting mad about it. And then here I just kind of found these different angled triangular pieces. I just kept stacking them up on the top, and then put these flat ones on the back, because they worked the best. Because I didn't want to make the building too wide, because it wasn't that wide. But then here we have this pattern, or this building construction, and then it's like got different layers in it. with different blacks. There's like a darker black, and then the more noticeable black, and then at the top it's like a white. It's a white roof, and then there's like some fans at the top and stuff. So I mimicked that using these printed pieces, these printed tiles and stuff. And at the bottom, I put a 2x2 plate so it can connect to the floor. And then there's like another little center down below it, which is like some trees and like a fountain. So I included some little trees down here, and then the fountain using a stud and a rounded plate, or a rounded tile. And then for the street, I use the same dark bluish gray as I usually do, add some more trees, and then add the front plate onto it, and then bam, we've basically finished it. This one was actually surprisingly more complicated to build than I first thought it was going to be. Here's the final rendering. I actually thought it actually became one of my favorites. Like, it was really, I think it became one of my favorites because of the struggle that it was to try and build it, but how it ended up working, like how I ended up finding a good solution for it, and realizing that the PPG center was not actually the black color, it was the other one. So I was like, wait a second, what if it's like actually the window color after my experience with the other Lego set? So I was like, I'm double checked and I was right. I hope you guys enjoyed this Lego set, this video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe. If you want to see more, or if you want to have your own city, or leave a suggestion in the comments of what city you want to see next. And check out the other videos from this recent release of all these videos on December 1st. And with all that said, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye!